for the constructor, the public doubly linked list is a special method that is used to initialize objects. The constructor is also called when an object of a class is created. So the private scanner here is the global scanner. And for this method, the public void add to first method is a method that for adding an item to the element list. So I'll say I'll print 10 to the element. So it will be printed once I'll make this program run, for example. It's printed. And for this method also, it is just the same as the add to first method. But the item was added to the tail of the element. For example. Within the element. We can say here, I'm going to enter my number of choice number 3. The head is 10, which I add first to the element. Let's try the last element, which is the tail. Is for removing the head item from the list. For example here, 10, 20 is the head and 30, 40. So, in here, 10, 20, 30, 40 is equals to 10 equals to now. So for this method, it's just the same as the remove from head, but instead it will be removing the item from the last or the tail which I added. So for this method, is where we delete an item from the list. Node deletion is the procedure of removing a node from a network where the node is either chosen randomly or directly. Node deletion is used to test the robustness and the attack tolerance of network. So, here. For example, 10, 20, 30, 40. The item is that we are going to delete or we wish to delete is 20. So this will be the item to be deleted in here. is 20 and the head is 10, the head will be 10 and the item would be 20. So 10, 20, 30, 40. So the current is equals to 20. The item that we wish to delete is 20 and the current will be 20 also. The A node would be 10 while the B node would be 30. So the current here is equals to null. The current will be starting at the null value, wherein null would be 10, 30, and 40. So the public void insert after is a method we are going to insert an item after the item that has been chosen. This method. So for example, 10, 20, 30, and 40. 10, 30, 40. The expected output would be 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 since I've inserted 50. So in this method, for the search item, the search item is for searching or finding an item from its position. For example, 10, 20, 30, 40, and let's find 40. Public void print forward. This method is for displaying the output into forward motion. For example, 10, 20, 30, 40. The original output is the original output, the 10, 20, 30, 40. And for the expected output would be 10, 20, 30, 40 in forward direction. And for the public void print backward is a method for displaying the output into backward motion. For example, 40, 30, 20, 10. Sorry for this mistake. 10, 20, 30, 40 is the original output. And for the expected output would be 40, 30, 20, 10 in backward direction. Done with the Doubly linked list.java, let's go to the node.java. So this public class node is also a backbone of the main method. So the node next int item node previous is the local variables, and these are the setters and getters of the method. And now let's go to the test Doubly linked list, which is the main method in these three applications. So this will serve as the main method of the two applications of the two backbone. So the private static Doubly linked list here will be this method here contains the switch wherein it chooses a certain order to be executed. This is also called the pre-written class or the backbone. So these are the cases in where we get also the Doubly case. So this method contains all of the statements to be prompted. This method will display those statements. So now I am going to run my program, or should I say my application. As we can see, these are the methods that contains the statement. So here is the first statement: to add a new item to the first element of the list, add a new item to the last element of the list. The first element is the last element is and for the fifth element is forward least direction, and the sixth element is the backward least direction. For the seventh element is remove the first element in the list. 8. Remove the last element in the list. 9. Delete a node from the list. 10. Insert an item to the element. And 11. Find or search an item at this list. So let's choose number 1. Print the item 10. Let's add another head of the element. Let's add 1. So 10. And this 20 will be the head of the element. To the last element of the list. 2. Let's print 30. So this would be one of the element of the tail that is added. So let's add another one. 40. So 40 would be the last or the tail of the element. So let's print the first element is the 2. So the first element will be the head. The head is 20. So 20 would be the head of the 4 elements. And let's say 4. So the tail would be the 40. That's what I said earlier, that the print head and the print tail would name or would identify where this number that I printed belongs to. So now I am going to print it in forward least direction. In forward least direction, 20 is the head, 10, 30, and 40 is the tail of the element. Let's print it in backward least direction. So backward elements are 40, 30, 10, and 40 tail. 40 here is still the tail, and 20 here is still the head of the element. forward motion. Let's do the element in forward list direction again. So let's see. As we see here in print backward 40, 30, 10, 20. So when I remove an object or an item to the list, when I print it forwardly, 40 was deleted. I mean 20 was deleted here. 20 was deleted in this what do you call that? In this item. Let's remove the last element in the list. And I'm going to print it backward in this direction. So I'm going to choose 6. So here, as we can see, 40, wait, what is it? 40, 30, 20, 10. So the remaining numbers are 30 and 10 because as we see, I have deleted 20, which is the first element of the list, and I've also deleted the last element of the list, which is the 40. So now I am going to delete a list from the list. Enter an item that you want to delete. The item that I wanted to delete is the 30. So I'm gonna print it forward again. So we can see here 30 was deleted and only 10 was the remaining item from the list. So now I am going to insert an item to the list. So enter an existing number. 10. 10 was the existing number. Enter item to insert. The item that I will insert will be 20. So I'm going to print it forward again. 10, 20. Let's try to enter a null from the list again. I mean insert an item to the element. Print it forwardly. So 30, as I've inserted another item, which is the 30, but I printed it in backward motion. So 30, 20, 10, 20, 10. And now I'm gonna find or search an item from the list. The item that you wish to search. The item that I wish to search would be 20. Let's see, 20. Is found at that position of 2. So here, let's find the print forward. Where is the print forward? Here na lang the print backward. So 30, 20, 10. So 20 was found in the second position. So let's find another. Let's print it again. 11. Let's find which place will be 30. So 30 is found at the position of the third position. So it's right. It was found in the third position. So that would be all. Thank you for watching and listening to this explanation of mine. And sorry for those mistakes that I have made. Hoping for you to like. So thank you once again.